Bengal Chamber of Commerce organized an interesting online panel discussion titled Unleash the Power Within on 31st August. The main objective of the session was to provide a platform to listen to how we can unlock and unleash the power that we all have within us to overcome challenges. Dr. Reena Sen, former Executive Director of the Indian Institute of Cerebral Palsy and currently Behavioral and Special Education Consultant at Modern High School for Girls, was the chief guest.
The Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry's newly constituted Lifestyle Committee, advocating the theme of good living, happy life for everyone in these hard times, organized the first power session with Major Gaurav Arya on September 2nd, 2021. The inaugural session of Step Forward and Major Gaurav Arya sharing the anecdotes from the armed forces and also from the corporate sector to elucidate on the various facets of leadership.
The Direct Taxes Committee of the Bengal Chamber organized an online session on contemporary issues in income tax, TDS, TCS, faceless assessments and reassessments in association with PwC. It was held on 3rd September 2021.
The Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry conducted the annual Education Conclave 360-degree Perspectives of Education on 9th of September 2021. A lot of eminent speakers, including an international speaker from Japan, joined the conclave.
The Heritage Committee of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, BCCI, had organized an online panel discussion on heritage conservation, restoration and sustainability on 10th September 2021. The session was moderated by Mr. Tanmoy Banerjee, Member, Heritage Committee BCCI and Director, RT Network Solutions Private Limited. And the panelists were Ms. Mrinalini Majumdar, Resident Director, Rajbari Bawali, Ms. Nidhi, Deputy Director, Design and Documentation, National Crafts Museum and Hastkala Academy, and Mr. Subrato Majumdar, Director and COO, Eduplex Solutions Private Limited. Another initiative of the Chamber was the discussion on heritage preservation and conservation in Calcutta. Can Italy play a role? This was on the occasion of a visit by His Excellency Mr. Vincenzo Di Luca, Ambassador of Italy to India, at the Bengal Chamber premises. The session was also addressed by Shri Shoman Mitra, IPS, Commissioner of Police, Kolkata Police.
The Bengal Chamber organized a virtual meeting with Eastern Railway Howrah on new initiative by railways for transportation of commodities. It was held on 10th September 2021. Some of our senior members and stakeholders took part in the meeting. The IT Committee organized the 12th edition of the Bengal Chamber's annual Signature Business IT Conclave on 16th and 22nd September virtually. The theme this year was Reimagining the Future, Rebuilding Nation with Technology. Speakers joined from various countries including Germany, Netherlands, Russia, Switzerland, USA, Zambia and others. The hit in social media was more than 65,000. Honorable Minister of IT and Electronics, Government of West Bengal, Dr. Partho Chatterjee, was the chief guest.
The event, The Rising Foodpreneur, was conducted on 21st September 2021. This was the second edition. It was conducted by the Entrepreneurs Committee of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The event was very well appreciated by the industry and other stakeholders.
The Skill Development Committee and the Power Women Cell of the Entrepreneurs Committee of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industries organized its flagship event, New Era in Women Entrepreneurship, on the 23rd of September 2021 at the Chamber premises. This occasion was graced by the Honorable Minister in Charge, Women and Child Development, Dr. Shoshi Panja. On this occasion, Mrs. Minu Budhia, psychotherapist and counselor, founder director of Caring Minds, I Can Fly and Cafe I Can Fly, was felicitated as the iconic woman entrepreneur.
The 11th Marketing and Brand Conclave was held on the 18th and 25th of September, and the topic was Conventions Preparing Transformation Routes. On the first day, that is the 18th of September, we had the CEO session. We had Mr. Sashi Sinha, CEO IPG Media Brands, Mr. Abhijit Roy, CEO and MD Berger Paints, Mr. Damodar Mal, CEO Reliance Retail, Mr. Srinandan Sundaram, the Executive Director HUL Foods, and the closing session was done by Mr. Deep Kalra, CEO Make My Trip. We had a fireside chat with Mrs. Diana Maiman, the President and CEO IPG from New York. And uniquely, we structured the second day around family-owned businesses and brands which belong to Calcutta. The first was Mr. Ankit Daga, who is the Head of Business Development from Wildstone, Mr. Arpit Paul, who is the Executive Chairman for the Bisfarm Products, and Ruchita Day, the Director, Sri Leathers. Both the days were moderated by Rohit Uri, who is the CEO MD FCB Unka, India and Southeast Asia.
The Indirect Taxes Committee of the Bengal Chamber organized online session on RODTEP. On FTP and RODTEP overview, benefits, challenges and way forward on 23rd September 2021.
Finance and Banking Committee of the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry has organized Financial Market E-Conclave with all the relevant stakeholders and the major players in the financial field on 24th of September in virtual platform, which has witnessed the participation of Chairman SBI, Chairman Motilal Oswal and various industry players and many others.
The Bengal Chamber organized a workshop on resilience leadership. It was conducted by Ms. Beth Penn, resilience trainer of Penn Resilience Training and Consulting, Washington, D.C. She is a former US diplomat who was also the former US Consul General in Kolkata. It was a 3-hour course held on 24th September, 1st October and 8th October. We had a total of 39 participants, including CXOs, directors, executive directors, and other leadership positions from corporates.
Bengal Chamber of Commerce, in collaboration with IIFT, had organized the first of its kind modular training course entitled Global Logistics and Trade Documentation. This was a 9-hour module spread over 3 days, and the primary objective of this training course was to impart knowledge on the entire gamut of logistics and shipping so that different segments of the logistics industry appreciate the role of others and thereby improve the coordination and overall efficiency and efficacy of the logistics and shipping industry.
British High Commissioner Mr. Alex Ellis visited the Bengal Chamber on 28 September 2021. The Bengal Chamber, with British Deputy High Commission in Kolkata, organized a discussion forum on gender equity and climate change with focus on COP26 and Sundarbans.
In line with the new West Bengal state policy, New Town Kolkata has very recently hosted a 3-day-long electric vehicle carnival in association with the Bengal Chamber from 1st to 3rd October. Over 35 stalls were set up by vehicle manufacturers, banks, charging solutions providers, utility companies and others. Electric vehicles including cars, 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers, buses and even boats were displayed and were for sale.
National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, that is NABARD, in collaborations with Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industries, organized a 2-day conclave on FPOs. The title of the conclave was FPO, the Power of Aggregations. FPO, it is a new concept which is now dominating the business of agriculture. On that basis, on 4th and 5th of October, we organized this important conclave for the benefit of the FPO in particular.
The Manufacturing and MSME Committee organized the second edition of the Manufacturing and MSME Connect program on 7th of October 2021. We had close to 130 MSMEs participated physically at the chamber and several more connected digitally. International Combustion, Linde, Vesuvius, Gardner Shipbuilders and Haldia Petrochemicals conducted the B2B sessions with the participants. Mr. Indrajit Sen, past president of the chamber and managing director of International Combustion, was the chief guest for the program.